Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Monthly Purpose. Please welcome your hosts, Derek and Hayat.
Oh, hello. Okay, how we doing today? All right, can we try again or no?
I'm not sure if that's me or you, but I'm sure they'll figure it out eventually.
Okay. Oh, I think I'm back. Hello. How is everybody doing today? Good. All right. It is Thursday night, and I'm glad people come on in. Yeah, come on in. All right. So we are ready to have an awesome night. Are you? Ready, Kevin?
Absolutely. This is going to be a fun topic, and one I don't think too many people actually spend a lot of time talking about. And if they do, it's always in one direction. So
I agree.
it'd be pretty cool.
I agree. All right. Let's see. So, start of the show.
So tonight's show is made possible by the Delaware Department of Health and Social Services. It's also brought to you by DSAM Delaware. So what DSAM is, if you're not familiar with it, it is the state substance abuse and mental health agency. It's a ton of resources there, a ton of help, and just a lot of education and outreach for them as well.
Yes, and Delaware here, wonderful resource. Please use it. I pass it down. I do a lot of tabling events. I have fun doing them, and that's one of the things I give resource to people is please check out Delaware here.
Absolutely.
DE. All right, what's coming up? Ooh, this is so
Oh,
fun.
yeah, it's one of my favorite parts.
I
So
know.
this
Who's
is where
going?
go ahead.
Who's in the room now? This is where you get a chance to shout out who you are, your organization, anything that you want to shout out. Please go shout it out. Who's in the room? He's like, I don't know. Who's in the room? The cause is in the room. Who else is in the room?
Hi, I'm Arundhati Ghosh from Volunteer Delaware 50 Plus for program Matter of Balance.
Yes.
Awesome.
Delaware. Yes, awesome. Thank you. Starfish Casters. We love, the 5 aha moments. That's a whole wonderful story. Who else is in the room?
Eclectica, I just found out.
Yeah, Eclectica. You want to say?
Eclectica from Belfont.
Belfont Lions. Belfont Lions in the room. All right. And we are here, right, Derek?
Absolutely. Couldn't think of any.
Yeah, who's in the chat? And we have an audience, amazing audience on YouTube who watch us. We actually got recognized because they're a group who watch. I'm like, you are the Monthly Purpose lady. I was like, wow. So we have a dedicated people who watch us.
Oh, I
You
know that was pretty cool.
I
Actually,
know.
that has to be awesome.
Yeah, so is anybody shout out from the chat? So, no? All right, so whoever you watching us, we love that you watch us, and please keep doing that and tell your friends.
Yes, please comment, like, share. This is how we spread the word out. This is how we get as many people involved as we can. Alrighty, so we mentioned earlier that tonight's theme of the night is really cool and it's a really awesome topic.
Yes.
So, Ms. Hyde, you want to tell them what tonight's theme is?
Yes, I have a quote. I love quotes. So the quote says, life is a balance of holding on and letting go by Rumi. And I was like, it's not deep. I'm like, constantly, what are we holding on to? What are we letting go? So the theme of the night is having a balance. Do you have balance in your life? Do you use the word no, which I could use some of that? So we're going to explore all about the balances.
See, balance
Thumbs
is
up?
one of the few things that I actually believe in, like, wholeheartedly. And
Really?
absolutely. It's
Okay.
the only tattoo I have is a yin-yang symbol to remember to be balanced. And
Absolutely.
when you're in recovery, having balance and understanding that you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days,
That is true.
it gives you a better chance of success for it.
That's for sure. I'm definitely at 49 young. I'm definitely better at balance than I was at 20.
So tonight's goals, if we do everything correctly tonight while having some fun, we hope to inspire you all to find more balance in your life and to find places where you can create and maintain that balance.
And expand the community of the cause monthly purpose. Please, the idea is, again, share with people. I mean, each event, like each time I'm here, the stories that people tell and the connection that is made is really powerful. And we want it to grow and continue to spread. So please share with your friends to be here or live watch on YouTube.
All right, so what we got next?
Ooh, community today.
So if you're not familiar with this particular segment, what we do is we go out into the different communities and we actually talk to just regular everyday people and get their opinions on the show's topic. So tonight we got some really cool interviews with some people talking about how they find and maintain their balance. Check it out.
Finding balance in life is important because it helps you make space for the things that are the most important to you and leave out the things that are not important to you.
I often try to do so much to support everybody else's mental state that I often don't look at myself. And it gets to the point where I actually have to take a second and actually stop and look back and actually calm myself down and just really process things and be able to come to an alignment with things.
We become a society that's so afraid because of things that are going on that we just are afraid to help. So I think the more times we can be out here helping, the more it allows some people to maybe let their guard down to not only help, but to also let people help you. Because I think that's an issue that sometimes people have. People are so guarded and so fearful because of things that are going on that they don't even allow people to help them. So me, myself, I'm just always just trying to make myself available.
You need to be right with yourself. You need to be able to take a moment to take into consideration your words and your actions and find a way to reflect on if they are truly who you are. It's a question that you must ask yourself on a daily basis.
To me, having that balance represents not smooth sailing because there's always going to be a current. However, I'm able to tread water better when I have balance.
Time for the chime in.
All right, so chime in is you get the opportunity to express how you find your own balance. I know we have so many awesome people in the room, so this is your opportunity, please, to tell us. And when you share, people get so much out of it, so don't be shy.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dayla, and when I feel that I need to balance myself or just like center my energy, if I feel overwhelmed or something like that, I typically turn to journaling just to, get whatever's on my mind off and onto the page, and it really helps me that way.
Sounds good. Journaling. That's really awesome. Anybody else?
I know one of the things that I like to do to find balance is if I know I'm having a rough day, it's me and my drum set for an hour, and I get to reset, put out all of my frustrations, bang it out on my snare drum, and it just gives me that space to be able to talk and be able to think to myself, clear out everything, find my center, and go back to just doing everything that I normally do.
Sounds good. Anybody else? Music is a thing. Anybody else? Want to share a little wisdom?
I got one more.
Nadej.
As a mother and a wife, sometimes I forget about myself. So to find balance, I try to make sure that after I take care of everybody else, I take care of myself. And even if it's just going for a walk or watching a show that, finds me joy, or even, eating a healthy meal or a not healthy meal. But just as long as I do something for myself, as well as everybody else, it's important.
Yeah, don't forget about you. Thank you for that. You are important, especially mothers. The house of cards is built on you. When you fall, you know what happens. There you go. All right. Next is, we're having the purpose. Oh, so this is awesome, right? Purposeful events. So we want to shout out people in the community who are doing awesome stuff. So we want them to come in and share with us what the things they do to inspire their community. So.
And we're bringing up Alexia from the Latin American Community Center.
Awesome.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alexia. I work for the LACC. We're located in Wilmington, Delaware. So I work for a program called the Prevention Promoters, and we pretty much give the tools and resources and knowledges based on drug and alcohol prevention. So we really want our communities healthier, families healthy.
Well, we have been a partner with the LACC for many years, and they do wonderful work. And every year they have a wonderful annual event that brings a lot of purpose to people's lives. Which event are we talking about here?
So our biggest event is coming up on June 13th. We were going to be hosting that at the Delaware Contemporary Museum.
Pull out your calendars, June
Yes,
13th. You can put it right now.
Friday, June 13th. From
It's a free
5
event, correct?
It is free for
Great, great,
everyone.
great.
We encourage all family and friends to attend this event. And we're pretty much just bringing awareness to drug and alcohol prevention through artistic expression. And this year's theme is Visions of Recovery. So that's up to interpretation. We're accepting paintings, sculptures, collages, drawings. Our youth category is 11 to 17 years old, and there's an adult category too. So if you would like to participate, anyone, or if you know an artist in your life, please take advantage of this opportunity. We really want a great turnout, and it's not just for the Latinos, it's for everybody.
So if I'm getting it correctly, anybody in the community can submit artwork.
As long as they're 11 years old.
As long as they're 11 years old.
Correct.
And the theme is?
Visions of Recovery.
And so that could be up to their interpretation.
Correct.
And then
Exactly.
I believe every piece that gets submitted does get hung in the art show.
Correct. So the submissions will have an opportunity for people in the community to see their work displayed. There's going to be a first, second, and third place prize for each category, so 6 winners in total. And there will be some cash prizes, some other awesome giveaways. So you have nothing to lose to participate. And if you're not entering into the contest, still come out and support the LACC.
What do you think? Does that sound like a great mission? Something we can get behind? I just want to also add that tonight's show is about, the monthly purpose, right?
Correct.
And so what would be more purposeful than seeing your artwork on display at one of Delaware's most prestigious museums, which is the Delaware Contemporary?
Yes, it's an awesome opportunity. And to tie into tonight's theme, right, balance, a lot of people find balance in, art. So whether it's their poetry or painting, these are all different avenues to express maybe the things that we're going through, how we can cope in a healthy way. So.
Amazing, tying it to our theme. Thanks
Yes,
so much,
exactly.
Alexia.
Thank you so much
Let's
for
give her
having
and the
us.
LACC a great big round of applause. And if you are watching from home, we are aware that the comment section is having some difficulty. But right here on your screen, you should be able to see the Art Addiction, and you can also find more information at their Facebook, Latin American Community Center. All right, let's bring the host back up. Oh, actually, can we turn on the lights for a moment? And camera 2, can you follow me for a second? Would someone in here be brave enough to take us to a commercial break? All you have to do is say, and now a commercial break. Who could do that for us? Oh, yes, perfect. Yes, together. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna look right into camera number 2 and you're gonna say, and now for this commercial break.
And now for this commercial break.
Not sure if you know or not, but our slogan is Wilmington is a place to be somebody.
Coming soon, gang culture.
Keep in mind, most folk who live in poor neighborhoods are not street identified. They don't know where the big bag of drugs are. They don't know where the guns are at.
Brothers, loving one another to make sure that we are not oppressed.
Created by youth and community members in Delaware.
What is one of the most interesting parts of your career with your work undercover as an officer?
Believe it or not, it's gonna sound crazy. I love selling dope. Like that was my thing.
A podcast all about gang violence awareness.
One of my goals is to humanize people who are incarcerated. There's like incarcerated people.
Yes.
Because they're human beings.
Right.
Who made mistakes.
Created by youth and community members in Delaware.
When you hear the word gang, what do you picture?
A group of adults or lost kids.
You don't want to have to bury your friend. You don't have to lose your friend. Don't want to see him go to jail.
Gang Culture, dropping on all platforms June 25th. Brought to you by The Cause, helping each other evolve.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Yay, thank you.
The party is a chance for us all for one day to experience what it's like if we spend our lives helping others, connecting with strangers, trying to become united as one.
The party is Delaware's largest service project.
The party is a place you come
together with people who can offer so many wonderful things. You can participate. You can be part of the greater cause to make the world a better place. So why not?
The party is energetic. The party is the place to be.
The party is lit, fun, amazing, connecting people, longevity.
Party is service and helping others and being a part of it. You gotta be a part of it. You can't just let someone else do it for you.
The party is community. The party is engagement. The party is a bunch of like-minded people getting together and doing some good. That's what the party is.
So those two commercials that you just got watched, it's amazing. The podcast, please tune in. It's amazing. Work has been done in it, and the party is June 26th. So put it in your calendar. All right.
Absolutely. It's going
We
to be a
have
lot of
somebody
fun.
to shout out, don't we? Somebody's watching us.
Yes. So want to send a huge shout out to Courageous Hearts.
Yep.
They're actually watching and checking out the show, which for me kind of hits a little bit because I've had the pleasure of working with some peers out of Courageous Hearts, and what they do for mental health, recovery, people that are struggling with addiction is just awesome. And they have horses. You can't go wrong with horses. So
No, you can't go wrong with horses.
Yeah, no horse in the road there.
Hey. Sorry, folks.
All right.
I don't know how we're going to segue away from that, but coming up, we actually have the 5 benefits to finding balance. So this segment is where we just kind of give you guys 5 tips, 5 reasons for why finding your balance is vitally important to your mental health. So what's the first one? So finding balance helps to improve your mood, and we all know how important keeping your mood pretty even keel is. Finding your balance helps you stay positive and happy, leading to a more content and a less anxious state of mind.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. All right, what's next? Stronger relationship. That's so important, having your balance, making sure. And relationship change throughout the time, right? Balancing out. Where you have your relationship, when you're married, when you're in your 20s, in your 30s, every time changes. So adapting, when you have balance, you adapt to your situation, how you are, and you grow stronger. So it's so important. Please, when tonight, assess where you are. People, your loved ones, where are you in that relationship? And what can you do? Because we can all improve our relationships.
Absolutely, absolutely. What's up? What we got next? Improved resilience. Resiliency is a huge, huge skill to practice and master if you're on a journey to a better mental health. So finding that a balanced life equips you with to be able to cope with unexpected obstacles and manage stress more effectively. We all know you can't get away from bad days. They're going to come. But having that balance gives you something to fall back on when you do have those bad days, so you can skate through them and get to the good days that you're looking for.
Absolutely. It's people who get you. And without people, none of us, we couldn't be here. It's the people who help us balance our lives and give our lives meaning. So.
Strength in numbers, man.
Yeah.
What's
absolutely.
next?
All right, that is reducing stress. When you have balance, right, goes back to, life stuff can be significantly reduced stress. When you have balance, it's like, ooh, I don't have to say yes to everything. There's some things you can say no to. So when you do that, you feel so much better. So say yes to some things that matter. Say also yes because you matter. Yes. So making sure that you have that right.
Absolutely. And last but not least, we have improved focus. Not too many people know that focus is a skill, and focus is something you can actually practice on and get better with. Having a balanced lifestyle helps you with that, and it helps to lead to better performances at school, at work, and other activities that you hold dear.
Does that sound all good, right? Yeah, that sounds, thank you. We all can use balance in our lives. So what's next?
Game time. Game time.
Are you ready to play? This is such a fun game time.
This or that.
So you guys, we need you to scream. It's either, so the option will be this or that. So you got to scream this or that. So we got to hear you loud. So we have to say which one of you won.
Absolutely. So, all right. So what's the first choice we got?
Ooh.
All right. So we have, it looks like ice cream cones or ice cream sundaes.
Yes, in a bowl or in a cone. This.
I'm hearing a lot of that, and I think it's the bowl because most people don't like getting ice cream on their hands. So I think it's the bowl that does it.
I disagree, but okay, we'll let you have the bowl. Cone is the best, especially waffle cone.
All right, that's fair. Waffle cones are in a league of their own. You got that one.
All right, next. Ooh.
Oh man, stir-fried food or deep-fried food?
I'm hearing this.
So am I. You know what that tells me?
this.
A lot of people pay attention to their calories and their diet, so that's kind of what that tells me.
Yes. Be healthy.
Personally, deep fried, man. I'm a kid from the country. It's I'll be the oddball in that one.
Yeah. Yeah, some people. Oh, all right. Telling it like it is. Okay.
All right, what's up next, Sean? Talking it out or journaling?
What do you do for a balance? This or that?
I'm hearing a lot of this, but I definitely got to shout out Miss, I hope I pronounced your name, Dayla. She definitely mentioned journaling earlier, and even though not too many people pick journaling, it is a very, very great skill to use if you're struggling. It helps get your thoughts down, but also strength in numbers and having support matters too.
I got to shout out journaling because I'm bipolar since the age of 9 to 20, and I had suicidal ideation. 2 things that saved my life: journaling, my faith in journaling. If I didn't write my thoughts, I don't think I would be here. So I really hardly, if you're struggling, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about grammars. Don't worry about anything. Just write, because what you're saying in your head, that negative energy, it leaches out on paper, and it saved me. So I highly shout out to that.
Absolutely. Oh man, so do you like the melody of a song or do you like the lyrics to the song itself?
Lyrics. It was weak. I don't know. It was in the middle. Can you do it again? You're not passionate about this one.
Or maybe it could be both.
Maybe?
Like,
okay.
yes. Okay. So this is one of the few that we could say is both, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I am the lyrics person. I got to understand. It's like, lyrics gets me.
I know as crazy as this is, knowing that you guys see me with my drumsticks all the time, I'm actually a lyrics guy.
Really?
Yes, actually a lyrics guy. So yeah, melodies are cool, but without the words to attach meaning to it, you got to have a reason to play.
That's true. All right. Ooh, what is that?
Oh man. So can we put a caveat on the dining inside or dining outside? Dining outside when it's nice outside.
That is true. Not when it's raining. I got you.
Yes. Yeah, I think everybody's, you see, I added that part too, and everybody's like, yeah, we'd rather eat outside.
Yeah,
so.
Because, spring, the sun is out to come. I get it.
Absolutely.
Fresh air.
Absolutely.
Is that our last one?
Somebody mentioned not the bugs.
Well, that's the last one.
Appreciate the
All
honesty.
right, thank you for playing.
So you guys heard me mention the shout out earlier to Community Hearts. This particular segment is the Community Spotlight. This is where we kind of just give a shout out to some really awesome organizations that are in and around the state that are doing some really awesome things to help everybody, no matter where you're from or what your background is. So check out this month's Community Spotlight with Dr. Rosemary Bachman from Courageous Hearts.
My name is Rosemary Bachman. I am the Executive Director at Courageous Hearts here in Lincoln, Delaware, and we provide psychotherapy and learning that incorporates horses. Our mission is to provide holistic opportunities for people to become their most authentic selves. And the opportunities include engagement with grounded interactions with horses, just walk-in talks on the farm. When people come up to Courageous Hearts, because it sits on a lovely little 10-acre spot, oftentimes they come up and they just go, ah. And that reduces the anxiety to begin to talk about things that are challenging for us. It's a big step just to walk in and say, I want help in the first place. So the serenity of the environment is a big start. And then of course we look around at the horses and people just, they get interested. The beauty of being on the farm, even though we provide equine-assisted psychotherapy, there are dogs on the farm who are actually therapy dogs, and we provide canine-assisted psychotherapy, which is different, similar but different. We have a barn cat, but she doesn't show up until the person that needs her. And then she will show up and she will hop right in their lap. We have our lovely ducks, Macaroni and Cheese, I believe their names are. And we have our goats, and what they are, because sometimes people don't want to go out with the horses, so we'll have walk and talks and we'll have conversations. We also have little areas where we can just sit around the fire pit. People have choices. You can sit in some of the offices that we have. You can look out the window and just see the property. We treat from anxiety to depression, substance use disorder, any kind of family interactions, daily stress, work-life issues. So people arrive for many different reasons. They're looking for something different than just traditional, let's talk to each other. I want to find another way to improve myself and get to the heart of things. So, and that's who shows up. Finding balance is one of my favorite topics to talk about when we incorporate the horses and the environment. We often think about the wheel of life and the pie. It's cut up into these perfect little sections, our financial section, our spiritual section, our work section. And we all think not we all, but many people feel like that's the ideal, that's where I have to get. Let's look at it a different way, is the way I say. If there is, for example, you have a sick child, that balance, you're going to be needed there and your work is going to get smaller. Is that really imbalance, or is that a shift? Where am I needed? I need to recognize where does the balance need to shift, not necessarily that each thing needs to be in perfect balance. The importance of finding balance is stress management, stress relief. When we're imbalanced in a way that's unhealthy, that's when we see unhealthy choices. So we want to look at the unhealthy imbalance. And one of the tools I like to use is called recovery capital. And when we look at recovery capital, it looks at all those things. Where's our social connections? Where are our financial connections? Are we getting food? Because the imbalance can often be as simple as, are we eating and do we have shelter? So when we talk about recovery, those things we want to take first, and we do want to look at that imbalance of that and find out where are those resources, and then start to fill those spaces. People often ask us, why horses? Why not other animals? Why not dogs? And horses, multiple reasons. One, because they're very much like human beings. They live in these organizations that we call herds, similar to people in groups. What they also are that's similar to people, they have emotions just like we do. And they support each other, even if they're not getting along. If you recognize out in the field, if one is laying down, there's always one standing to support. And so that can help us recognize, where's the support in our life? Is it a person? Is it a family member? Is it meditation? Is it a recovery group? Those types of things. As humans, every emotion is important. The sadness is important, the anger is important, and then understanding that. And boy, it makes the joy a whole lot more lovely when we recognize, when we get out of that and we find the skill sets that keep us, so that's less of the time, and we have a coping mechanism that we can accept sadness, or we recognize anger and we go, okay, I know what to do with this. And then moves through. And then when we feel that joy on the other side, it's like, oh, okay, I like this for longer periods of time. We believe that clients, people that walk on this property, have their own answers. We don't have your answer. Our skill set, along with our animals and the nature, is to help you find them.
That is one of the coolest things I do love about what Courageous Hearts does, just the holistic approach to mental health that they take. And the out of the box thinking that they use can just benefit so many people. So it was cool to have them as a community spotlight. But now it's a really cool honor to do this. I've never actually introduced a professional poet before, so this is just an honor for me. Some really awesome facts about Miss LaShawn I want you guys to know. So she's a 2-time published author. She's also a mental health professional with her own private practice. She has 20 years of performing poetry experience. And then my favorite fact about her, an avid basketball player because, and I quote, ball is life. So with that being said, please give her a giant round of applause and welcome Miss LaShawn Janelle to the stage.
Thank you. Can everyone hear me okay? Great. So I like interaction. And what I've been told is that a lot of what I write feels like I have looked inside of your personal diary, but really I'm just sharing my diary with you and hoping that it resonates. So if I say something that you have felt before, that you have dealt with, will you just interact with me and just throw your hand up, throw a shoe, a pen, just something? Can we agree to that? All right. So this first poem, I will save you the story, but what I want to know is, have any of you ever dealt with situations in your life where you actually ask yourself, is this my life? Like, is this how this is going? Yeah? Mm-hmm. So I wrote this while I was on a train, and I thought that I was going to Harlem, and I ended up in Queens, and I don't know how that happened, so I just decided, well, I might as well write, you know, because like you said, journaling helps, and I just started to write a poem. So this is called The Wrong Train. Sometimes I feel I might be on the wrong train. It's had its equal share of joys and pains, but at times I feel the rain has surpassed an amount that is fair. Dare I complain when my train keeps trucking along while other people's songs have been cut short? But I'm human, and my sometimes ain't always, so I'll take this day to rant. I'm always thankful, but ignore the truth, I can't. I had a plan in hand for the land I was about to explore. I didn't sign up for what I've endured. Had too many unbeaten trails I wasn't ready for. Unfamiliar streets. So many occasions I wanted to retreat back to what was comfortable, ready to accept defeat. But my conductor, night-rided, autopiloted so he could come talk to me, filled my tank full of faith I was getting low on, gave me strength to go on. So I relaxed, tried to enjoy the ride, took it in stride, occupied myself, played with the cards I was dealt. And I'm wondering, what kind of game am I playing? I can't play poker, see, I've been told I'm one of a kind. So I go fish, but I hate wishing for a match. So now I'm yelling Uno to a crowded car of people that ain't playing with a full deck. Solitaire must be my best bet, I guess. What's left? Just my mental space filled to capacity with loneliness, the audacity of these temporary riders, liars, leaving me to believe they're strapped into the final stop with their questionable motives, hoping to get me off track, trying to vote me off my island, but I swam back, inducing pollution, so my only solution is evolution. Resolution can't be one-ended, so keep it moving is my conclusion. This train has had so many curves and turns that I can't learn the route before it switches up on me. I think my conductor was testing me, making sure the bumps didn't get the best of me, investing values in me that I can handle anything. And with him, I can. One split moment, I tried to look past my conductor and swore I saw a brick wall. I guess it ain't for me to see it all. This train has moved so fast that the tracks got laid down in just enough time to avoid a crash. See, even when my mind's eye is blind, my conductor guides my path. He lifts any unneeded weight I can't take, gets a negative freight off my train. Cargo detrimental to my journey, so that positivity remained, making me think, this track's for me. I can't foresee the end, for he holds the schedule. Illuminating my path to those who are supportive. I won't force it. The sun won't always shine in my window, so I've been equipped to adjust. So I just sit back and hold tight, because in him I trust. Y'all been there? Listen, my 25-year-old self was going through some things. And that was 18 years ago, so you do the math. But it still resonates even when I do it now. It still gets to me. So I'm just wondering if any of y'all have ever felt like that. Y'all want to talk about it, or should I keep going? Yes, talk to me. I mean, it was a little deep, so I would understand if you don't want to do, I'm a therapist, so. Anyone?
Oh, we got someone here.
I think one of the coolest parts about your poem was being able to find purpose in being in the wrong train. Sometimes the track that you're on might not be the one that you should be on, and sometimes the one that you find yourself on accident on is the exact space that you need to be. That's what I related to the most. That's how I got into being a peer specialist, was by accident. And it's the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. So that's what I resonated the most with. So thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sometimes, like I said, the reasons and the lessons will come in due time, and so will the wisdom. So I really believed that when I was writing that. Now, to bring you up a bit, has anyone had, some kind of fall, maybe when you were a kid, where you have like a bruise on your knee or your elbow, and it just has not gone away?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is called scar tissue, and as I was feeling out the room, I was wondering, I know that this is for someone. I'm not sure who it's for, but I went through the book and figured that it would hit someone that needs to hear this right now, just needs a little bit of encouragement. Though you have been hit with challenges that have rocked you to your core, I assure you, you will not be forever broken. You may be sensitive to the touch. The surface may be rough as you navigate life with a new wound, but I can assure you that you will not be forever broken, nor soaking in the sorrows of your battles. Like scar tissue that eventually forms around the gash, this pain and rawness will not always last. Each day you show up for yourself, you are affirming that you can heal. New flesh is connecting to help you move forward, through, around. The sound of your tears is not falling on deaf ears. Each droplet is hitting the sore spot, is cleansing that tender area, the one you hide while crumbling inside. It's being strengthened cell by cell, layer by layer, until you have a healthy barrier that doesn't look the same, but it works just as well. That's wisdom and lessons, regret and transgressions gathering around your bruise. So when you look down at it, a more guided path you may choose. Scar tissue protects us with a reminder of what we've been through, but it's not meant to punish or condemn. It's a gentle nod and wave to what once emitted intense throbs, and your heart beats a new melody. This scar tissue is meant to tell you that you have survived 100% of your hardest days, that you are not just meant to stumble over the finish line, but that you are destined to soar and let nothing hold you back. Thank you. So that is from my most recently published book, Sage for the Wounded Soul. And it's a lot of poems and also messages, just in case poetry doesn't happen to be your thing. And I'm speaking to you, the reader, just in case the wordplay didn't quite hit. I'm talking straight to you and saying, hey, listen, here's what I need you to know, about this situation. All right, thank you. That's what I got.
All right. And now a commercial break.
Addiction is a family disease. It takes victims and holds hostages. It does not discriminate. It can occur because of environmental factors or genetic predispositions. So let's stop judging and stop criticizing and start treating and teaching.
Yeah, We have to talk about it.
Talk about it.
addiction. Let's talk about it.
Talk about it.
In our community, hands paint together, spreading colors and hope. Our educators nurture the heart, teaching our youth emotions and understanding. We equip ourselves with knowledge, learning to save lives with naloxone. At our local farmers market, the seeds of awareness take root. Our children play, learning the strength of unity and choice. Remember, when it comes to facing the opioid epidemic,
it takes a village.
And ladies and gentlemen, now for our special presentation of Conversations with a Purpose. Let's hear from an organization here in Delaware, A Matter of Balance, with our host, Amy.
Hello, thank you, everybody. I think that we may need another mic if we have an extra one. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That'd be easier than us taking it back and forth. So, welcome. Thank you, everyone. I'm very excited to talk to you. So, tell me your name and a little bit about your organization.
Absolutely. And first, thank you for inviting me to speak about our program, Matter of Balance. And I'm Arundhati Ghosh, and I work for the state of Delaware, and I am the program coordinator for Newcastle County and run this program, A Matter of Balance, with my fellow volunteer coaches. And this is an awesome program to start to begin with.
I'm excited to hear about it. So, can you start by telling us about A Matter of Balance? Who does it serve? How does it work?
Yes, so Matter of Balance is a program that serves older population who has a fear of balance, like falling or maybe losing balance in their mind because of their physical, ability getting a little bit maybe not working as it used to be. So we are serving those population both as work with their little bit of simple exercises, and also we it's a more like a group discussion that gives them the balance in their mind for the fear they already have.
So this is about balance in terms of balance with mobility and walking and maybe the fear of falling. Okay, that's great. And so your clients and not to I do have a list of questions, but so someone that you may serve may have had a broken hip, or they may have fallen, or they may have some anxiety about that, and that's who you work with. Okay, great.
Yes.
What are some of the common themes that you find in your work helping people to find balance?
So the first thing comes to mind is fear. So fear controls the ability that what they can do or they might do, so that prevent them from going out there, being themselves. Also, in a positive note, I can also say that there we see a lot of courage, a lot of resilience, a lot of hope to be out there. So these are very common theme, comes negative and positive side, just to be there in the class.
What kind of challenges do people often face in trying to improve their balance, and how can those be addressed?
So different challenges, I would definitely say, like it's definitely going out there and regular daily life that they were doing that every day, but suddenly because of certain age or certain physical issue, they cannot do that anymore. So they face those challenges like every day, and they kind of that affects their mental ability. Also, it's kind of goes very closely together.
You mentioned that it's a class, and is the class in person? Is it virtual? How does?
Yeah, so this is a class. It's very in person, and it's 8 weeks of classes. Every week we do 2 hours of classes, and runs by, as I mentioned, my awesome volunteer coaches. And it was for a little bit of time in COVID, was virtual of course, but we are back there, out there, helping people every day, and we are around whole Newcastle County and also in Delaware, other counties too.
Great. Do you see any parallels with working on physical balance and finding balance in someone's life and mental health, and what are those?
Yes, definitely. If someone has a challenge with their physical balance, that definitely, just creep on to their mental ability. So it definitely goes hand in hand. If they're strong in their physicality, they do everything they can, and their mental, they are strong in they have less anxiety, they have less worry, and definitely I would say that what I learned from my participants in the classes, that one thing everybody loves, regardless of their age, condition of their health, that is independence. So that comes with both physical balance and mental balance. So when they come together, they can, perform better.
Great. What advice would you give someone trying to find more balance, physically, mentally, or both?
Of course. I would definitely say that take it slow. To begin with, take it slow and be patient with yourself. Just to be there, I think that takes courage, just to be there. So, and just to be there and being consistent with something. Like for our class, I'm just giving an example. It's 8 weeks of classes, and they show every week there. Definitely, and doing some simple exercise, some very supportive group discussion, that gives them the stability, the help they need.
Awesome. Is there anything else you would want to share about a matter of balance, and maybe how would folks get involved? How would someone sign up for this? And I'm actually going to be a little self-serving or selfish with this question. A person close to me broke their hip, and they've gone through physical therapy, and it was during COVID, and so the physical therapy in person stopped, and those kind of things, and the healing has taken some time, and they definitely experience a lot of anxiety going places, and from the outsider looking in, you can see that that's why they're rejecting going to places. Would this program help someone in that situation to find that courage to be able to go out, or and what would it look like when they come?
So what you just described, we call that fear of cycle, or cycle of fear. So it's just preventing yourself just to do the same thing that will help you even get better. So that's the thing about it. Like, we want more volunteers. First of all, that I will be telling first, because this program is run by volunteer coaches, and we need passionate coaches to come out and serve their own community, help someone in a very meaningful way. And I'm coming back to your question. We have coming many classes in our spring. This is actually the second half of spring. We started our classes already, but the second half is coming. We are starting our new class in Newcastle Senior Center coming week, and many other libraries and senior centers. If you need any information, just go to volunteer.delaware.gov and find Matter of Balance there. You have all the information. You can also follow us on Facebook.
Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you so much for talking to us. And before I actually let you go, I do want to ask, since you've been doing this program, it sounds really inspirational. Would you be willing to share with us maybe a success story or a personal story from someone that's been in it? I know I'm throwing you on the spot here, but is there something that comes to mind where you've worked with a person that has just gone through the classes and has found hope through the classes that...
So right now, on top of my head, I'll just give you two examples that is actually in making. So we kind of keep everything anything we talk in the classes, we keep in the classes.
Absolutely.
But it's just some good stories. So I met amazing people every week through the classes, okay? And one of the participants, she told me a couple of weeks ago that her hope, this program will help her to go back to Africa. She loves to go to Africa, but due to some health issue, she couldn't for a couple of years, few years, but she's hoping after this class she will be going. Another amazing story, and he is taking a class right now, and he said that he will be going in summer to his 40th cruise. And we are amazed, like people with their physical limitations and all these things, they sit aside, they join the classes, they feel so in control, and they dream. So there is no age for dreaming. It's just all about your physical and mental balance.
That is so wonderful. Thank you for sharing the personal stories with us too as well. And thank you so much for coming out and talking to us. Let's give a Matter of Balance a hand. And yes, it's so nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Please.
Alrighty, thank you again, and I'm going to attempt to try to say your name correctly, so bear with me. But thank you again, Ms. Arungate, for hanging out with us and just sharing sharing about just a really awesome cause and a really cool program. So thank you again, man.
Hey, you know what, Derek? Just one comment on that interview is that those last stories at the end were so inspiring. But what it really had me realize is that for any destination that you wish to reach, whether it be physical or mental, you really need that balance to be able to get there.
Absolutely. Balance is the key to everything in all parts of your life. So what we're going to do now is take about a minute, and this is my favorite segment of the show, and this is where you guys as the audience, this is where we encourage you to use your phones. So this time, I want you to take your phones out and reach out to somebody who has been that balance in your life, that you know you can count on anytime, whenever you're having a bad day or you just need some encouragement. For me, that balance is my brother. But as much as y'all might see me up here, I'm actually more of an introvert. My brother is the opposite of everything I am. And because of that, he keeps me honest. And whenever I'm down, whenever I need some encouragement, he's always there. And he's able to keep me balanced and keep me focused. So I want to take it a minute and actually just send him a shout out and just tell him thank you for being that person for me. So this time I want you all to find that person that's in your phone that does that same thing for you. Shoot them a text and just tell them how much you value their purpose in your life and them keeping you balanced.
For those watching at home, you can also text someone that might need to hear from you. This is a chance for us to reach people all over the world right from this show, making it even more impactful. Derek, we got 30 seconds.
Ah, man. So what can I do and who can I reach out to in 30 seconds? Let me see. Oh man, somebody actually texted me this time. So I actually got a text. So apparently I'm somebody's balance in their life. So that's really cool. And that's a great way to kind of end the segment. So no worries, man. Even sometimes I can be a balance for somebody, and you never know what that balance might be. So now I'm gonna throw it to Scott so he can kind of walk you guys through this month's toolbox.
Thank you so much, Derek. Give it up for Derek, everybody. And Hayat, our wonderful hosts. Well, every show we have a moment that we call the toolbox. The toolbox is basically the idea is that the more tools that we have in our toolbox, the more capable we will be for whatever comes our way. If we only have a few tools, we might not be able to navigate everything, but the more tools we have, the more we'll be able to solve and stay safe and sound. So today's toolbox, we're actually gonna be talking about the tool of a scale. Can we go to the next slide? And if you're at home, I want you to take a look at this, but right now everyone in the room actually has this in your brochure. And what we wanted to do today is talk about the scale, the tool of a scale, and trying to balance some things. So we have two different exercises for you to work on, either today, right now, or at home. And the first one is a rate your attention and energy balance scale. So we have listed 8 different aspects of a life that could be balanced, from work and school, family, friends/social, your health, physical and mental, your spirituality, your personal growth, your, what's that one? Fun and recreation. I can't believe I missed that one. And your finances. So basically, if you're at home and you don't have the worksheet, you can write those down. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna try to rate how much time and energy do you think you give to each of these. So if you are giving low energy to it or low amount of time, put a 1, 2, 3, if it's really something you're focusing on. And what this is gonna let you do is it's gonna let you actually physically see where right now you're currently spending your time. After you do that, we want you to think about the areas that feel strong, and maybe you'll reflect that some of the things that you're spending a lot of time and energy on, you maybe can lower and raise some other things. But the idea is balance, right? So this scale might change throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year. But the point of the scale is to be aware and conscious of what you're balancing. And my good friend Brahman Peace Jackson, hope you're watching at home, he has a wonderful statement that says you are always sacrificing something. And so what that means is whatever I'm focusing on now, I am sacrificing something else. So the idea is to balance that and make sure that you are conscious of what you're sacrificing and maybe not sacrifice something that you don't want to. The second tool that we have right there is the identify your energy givers and drainers. The idea is that different hobbies, people, different things, they either boost us up and give us energy, or at times they can drain it right out of us. And so we have 2 different areas for you to write down, things that give you energy and things that drain energy. I'm gonna give you a couple examples of mine, but we would love to hear in the 10-second share some of yours as well. But I will tell you that I'm learning right now, too much screen time, and I'm sorry for those watching at home, maybe turn off the screen and just listen. But I am having a part where too much screen time and overuse of social media, I'm finding out is a drain for me. It'll actually deplete my energy. One thing that brings me energy is face-to-face interactions, especially with people who are interested in living a happier, healthier life, or people who are out there helping others. So whenever I'm in a room like this, my energy gets fed. That's basically what our tools are today. We also have an area for you to draw. So if you would like to just rather, if you're an artist, you can draw a scale and start to put the different things there visually that you are balancing. Would anyone in here like to tell me maybe an energy giver or an energy drainer that they have identified for their lives? Because the more we can identify, and this is, we call it a numbers game. So the more barriers we can identify up front, the better chance we have of navigating it. So what are some of the drainers out there? Who's got an energy drainer for your life? Oh, all right. Oh, we have one back here.
I got my youngest son who's an energy drainer for me. Stop doing whatever he thinks he's supposed to do. Forget everybody else.
So sometimes it can be people in our lives, right? Tell me, what is something that gives you energy?
Oh, when I connect to others, it's always like that. It's just natural, so.
We agree here, and that's why we're doing this right here, having this live thing. Anyone else want to tell us a drainer or a booster before we move on? I hear an ooh. Oh, yes. Please. We have a brave soul.
So I think sometimes we can be our own obstacle, right? Sometimes the things that we think that we can't do can kind of bring us down. And something that gives me energy is definitely my faith in God and my support system. So those are two huge things that keep me sane.
I love that. And I just want to make a shout out to last episode. You should tune into episode number 7 where they talk about how self-talk can actually be, you could actually be almost your biggest booster and supporter. You could also be your biggest hater or wet blanket. How many of you use self-talk, like in our audience? We got a lot of people. Now, believe it or not, I work with youth, and sometimes when we ask, have you ever had conversations with yourself and self-talk, some people don't. Some people don't think like that. So thank you for bringing that up because, you know, we do look externally, but I think a lot of it does start right in here. Anyone else want to share a drainer or a, oh, here we go. Thank you.
So for me, an energy giver, my dog is a therapy dog, so we volunteer at hospitals, and every time we go, it's just such a gift to help others in the community, and seeing them smile is like we just get so overjoyed.
I love that answer. We're getting claps here. I think what you're talking about is you're bringing joy to people and yourself. You know, here at the Monthly Purpose, we sort of believe, we know that we are all connected. And what that means, and you could look at it as a spiritual sense, or you can just say, hey, we're all in an actual room together. So if I was to, you know, put smoke in this room, we would all be affected. So we're all sharing this space together. And what that means is that we cannot hurt another person without actually hurting ourselves. But what you also just told us is that you can't help someone else without also helping yourself. So the way we choose to put out in the world, I think, will help us give our energy. So thank you. What's the place that you volunteer? Is it something someone else can get involved in?
Yeah, it's Pause for People.
Pause for People. That's probably PAWS, I'm guessing it. Pause for People. We have some, people know Pause for People? All right, Pause for People, we're shouting you out. We're shouting you out. All right, anybody else have anything? That was some great shares. All right, well, this is also the part of the show. It's called the 10-second share, and so we're about to wrap up. It's about to all be over tonight. What we say is, don't wake up tomorrow wishing you sang karaoke tonight. That's our way of saying, if you have anything that you'd like to say in closing, we would love to hear any kind of comments, what you thought of the show, if anyone was inspiring. We had a great show tonight. So would anyone like to either share anything about Finding Balance tonight's show or any shout outs to people at home? We did just do a share, so I think we got all of our shares out. At home, please make sure that you share as well. We know that the chat's not working, but you can go right to our Monthly Purpose Facebook and leave your comments below the video there tonight. All right, thanks, guys. That's enough for me, and we're now going to bring it back to our host to close us out. Thanks, everybody.
Hello, hello. Okay, that was really amazing. To wrap it up, Arun, how we talked about. Or not. Just give me, thank you. Gentlemen. So, how the balance, sometimes, you know, the fear of what you have throws you off. So bringing that back. So the mental, the physical, all connected, you know, the courage it takes to be the balance that just puts it all together. So it's just really been an amazing show of being connected, saying the power of words, how to impact, and being good to yourself. And the more you give, you help yourself too. And that balance, you know, I like that.
Absolutely, and also we stress the importance of being able to have that support system as your balance too. Having people in your life to be able to help you find that balance when on the days you can't find it yourself, they are just as vitally important as well. So I'm glad we addressed that also.
Yeah, that's why it's important about community, right? If you are in a community that helps you, that balances you, it's great. That's why the community want to say yes to. And the energy that drains you, what Scott's talking about, really, I really love that toolbox. With energy giver, energy saver. Who are they in your life? Identify them and put them in a box where you want them. This is where you are, so if it's the energy drainer, see you later. The energy giver, here you are. Where are you? Come to me. So we can all benefit from that.
Absolutely. So let's see if we hit our goals tonight, because we always kind of check at the end of the show to see if we hit our goals this evening.
Hey there, Derek. Oh, before we hit our goals, we have one person who has one special announcement that is timely for this week. Can we bring Lion Nick up to the stage for a moment?
Hello, everybody. Did you have a good time tonight? Did everybody enjoy themselves? Didn't they do a good job? Let's give them a round of applause. So this Saturday, we are having a sneaker giveaway. But more than sneakers, we have dress shoes, we have clothes down at BVD Hair Salon. It's on 8th Street.
8th Street, so yeah.
We will be there early in the morning. Come down, join us. You don't have to bring anything. Bring yourself. Help us give out shoes. Help us give out sneakers. It's a really great event. This is my second, third year, whatever number I'm up to. So come out and help me, help Hyatt, help all of us.
17th years. This is a 17th year. It's a community
Who knows more
person.
shoes about than me, Imelda Marcus of Delaware. So come out, I'll help you with shoes. I have a whole car full of clothes. And bring a friend, bring a neighbor. It's about community. It's about love. But most of all, we are helping people who have less than us that are in need. So hopefully I'll see you this Saturday.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. That's Bellphone Lions Nick, who helps me find my balance. So when we're each other, they're our tribe, they're our family. So when you need help, you know who to reach out. That is my phone number. People's last name is how I know them. So when I need something, I'm calling those people. So when I'll be reaching out to any of you, right?
So it seems like we accomplished one of those goals by expanding the monthly purpose community.
Yes,
and
true.
We've got some new faces in, some really cool guests today. And I just hope at the end of tonight's show, we did inspire you guys to go out and find that balance and do whatever it is that you love to do to help you maintain that balance in life moving forward.
Absolutely. Find your balance. Do you, however it is. And now we have the selfie next.
Yes, it's picture time. Yes. Picture time. So at the end of every show, we bring everybody up and take one giant picture. As you see on the screen, you see all of the pictures from all the other episodes. So bring everybody up, and we'll take a selfie, and we'll go ahead and send everybody out.
You were the selfie person today? Technically, it's not a selfie. It is a group picture.
Oh, here comes Nick. Hold on. Oh, yeah, Lila, come on in.
She's like, okay.
By the way, let's give another round of applause for our producers. Lilo, Adam, Alana, Tammy, Bella, and Sean. Monthly Purpose!
Thank you guys again for coming out, spending an hour of your evening with us. Hope definitely comment, share, hit the QR code. We're always looking for guests. We're always looking for people to just spotlight and, just give a shout out and give their flowers to. And hopefully we'll see you again next month.
Yep.
This is us waving goodbye like on Saturday Night Live, right there. Just like, we're now talking about the music.
There's our show. And these are the next shows. Take a picture, follow us, join us.